guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Laurel. If you are new here, this is a mommy lifestyle channel, and I also do baby wearing videos because I am a certified baby wearing educator. So today you are here because you've clicked on this video, and it is about the DIDYMOS Click. And if you don't know what the DIDYMOS Click is, I'm going to show you. So let's get started. This is a DIDYMOS Click. It's really hard to show you because there is so much fabric. I am going to show you how I put this on, and then I'll talk a little bit about the features, and then I'll show you how I take it off. So first and foremost, you're going to want to adjust the DIDYMOS Click for your baby, and there's two ways to do that. This drawstring here will tighten up the width of the panel ever so slightly, and it will actually give a higher seat for your baby. So if you have a really tiny baby, you're not going to want them sitting all the way down on the waistband because the panel will be too tall for them. So you're going to tighten this up as much as you can, and then your baby will actually be sitting where the drawstring is instead of where the waistband is. That's the first thing you're going to adjust for your baby. The second thing you're going to adjust, as you can see, mine is actually already done. There are all these gathers in the waistband. That's because the waistband is actually Velcro. I'm sure you can hear that. It's actually really strong Velcro, and it's actually really hard to pull apart. But this waistband spreads wider and narrower. So this actually makes the entire panel skinnier and allows you to fit really small babies. This actually can fit newborns, and I will put the exact measurement specifications on the side of the screen here for you. So what is a DIDYKLICK and how do you wear it? I'm going to show you. You put it on just like you put on many other carriers on the market. It has a padded waistband with a buckle. So you just put that on your waist. If you have trouble doing things up behind your back, you can absolutely do them up this way. It has the extra elastic for security of the buckle. So you just thread your buckle and the excess strap through the elastic. Do up the buckle, tighten it up. Then you can just turn it over to the front. You're always going to want to wear your carriers at your natural waist, unless you are extremely tall or extremely short. Then you might have to adjust that slightly. But typically carriers are meant to be made on your natural waist, not way down on your hips and not way up under your bust. So you have that on. Now you have all this fabric. What do we do with that, is what you're wondering, I'm sure. So I'm going to grab my demo doll. I'm sure some of you have seen my baby wearing series intro video and my introduction to Lennon. This is Lennon, and she will be helping me show you this carrier. So you are going to pick up your baby. Obviously, if they're a newborn, you're going to support their head. This is not a newborn, this is a 6-month-old baby. You're gonna grab your baby, support them with at least one hand, preferably two, and you're just going to bounce them down into the carrier here. They are going to be sitting centered on your waistband. Hold your baby with one hand. You're gonna pull the panel up with the other hand, and you can switch your hands as long as you always have one hand on your baby. And then these are your shoulder straps. So you're gonna toss them over your shoulder, just like this. And if you are a woven wrapper or you've worn a May-dye before, also known as a Mai-Tai, you're gonna know how to put this on. If not, all you're going to want to do while supporting baby with one hand is figure out the easiest way for you to make these straps into an X on your back and wrap them around to your front. So for me, what I like to do is I like to grab one strap and tuck it between my legs so that it doesn't fall off my shoulder, it doesn't go anywhere, it doesn't get in the way. So that's my tried and true method. For you, it might be something different. Then I grab the other strap with the other hand. My left hand is still supporting baby on its back, and I'm going to pull this and tighten it up. Now what I'm going to do is continuing to hold this strap. I'm going to pull it around to the front, and now I'm actually going to tuck this one into the front of my legs to hold on to it. So now I have to finish my other strap. So I'm going to switch hands, one hand on baby's back, and now I'm going to grab this strap, tighten it, and pull it around to the front. Now comes the next part. What I like to do is, while continuing to support baby with this hand, put this second strap into this hand so that it's up here where it needs to be, but I'm still holding on to baby. Grab the other hand, the other strap from between your legs. And now typically I like to go over, and if my shoulder straps are long enough, I will cross the straps here and go back under baby's legs and tie back here. If you have a larger torso, you have a larger baby, you have shorter shoulder straps, you may just be tying right here at the front under baby's bum, and that's totally fine too. Whatever works for you and your carrier and your baby is just fine. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna pull these nice and tight. Now I'm going to go over baby's legs like I said, cross the straps, just hand them one after another, and then under baby's legs and tie them at the back. You're gonna want to do a double knot, and the straps on the DIDYKLICK are plenty long enough for the average person to do a double knot. Now baby is completely secure, so you are free to do what you need to do with both your hands. So what I like to do is spread these straps out just to give a little bit more support. If you want to leave them under baby's bum, or if you have them tied at the front and they're tied under baby's bum, that's totally fine too. So spread them out, and now you have a nice secure baby in your DIDYKLICK. So as you can see, the carrier is going knee to knee. Baby's bum is lower than his knees, which is the proper M positioning. If you're finding that the knees are not lower than the bum, sometimes all you need to do is put your hands under the baby's feet and just give a little bounce while you push up gently on their feet, and that'll raise their knees up and sink their bum down a little bit more. But that is the DIDYKLICK. And if you love woven wraps, you will absolutely love this carrier. It cuts out about half the time of wrapping a baby, but you still get the close feel, the soft woven fabric, the beautiful patterns and colors. It's really an amazing hybrid that I definitely recommend if you are a wrapper, or if you like the idea of wrapping but having twice as much fabric kind of overwhelms you. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about a couple of the features of the DIDYKLICK so that you can decide if it's the right carrier for you. So this is the DIDYKLICK. It is in the color that comes in a bunch of different colors and beautiful patterns. It's one of DIDYMOS's brand new carriers. So first and foremost, this is what most people would call a hood. It is technically not a hood. Theoretically, if you're following all the baby carrying standards, your baby shouldn't have a hood on because it prevents you from being able to see if their airway is clear, if they're breathing properly, all of those things. So technically hoods are not a good idea. A lot of carrier companies are moving in that direction, and instead of having hoods, having like neck supports, things that make the panel taller if you have a much older baby, or taller to come up here behind a newborn's head and support their neck. The way you attach this on the DIDYKLICK, the strap just goes right through this little loop, and then you just attach it wherever you need it, and it'll then be where it needs to be for baby. It also has a drawstring that can make it be shorter, so you can really adjust this in all kinds of different ways to work for you and your baby. And then the last thing I'm going to show you is actually a separate accessory you can get. If you're used to a soft structured or buckle carrier, I highly recommend this accessory. If you're used to woven wraps and made-eyes, I totally think this is unnecessary. So this is the Didy pad, I'm 99% sure that's what it's called. I'll put it at the bottom if that's not what it's called. And it is just a Velcro pad for your shoulders. So I'm just gonna pop this one on so that you guys can see. Typically you would put this on without the baby on your chest. So it just goes around the shoulder strap and Velcros on. As you can see, it still has the loop to attach your neck support to. And then to keep it secure, there's actually a little tiny loop that you can put this bauble through. And that'll just make sure it doesn't slide down your back on the strap. So that is the Diddy pad, and they are super padded, super comfortable. If you find things tend to dig into your shoulders a little bit, I definitely recommend testing this out because it is definitely a comfortable accessory. So that's all the features of the DIDYKLICK. I'm really quickly going to show you how to get baby off. And if you guys have any questions about this, definitely leave them in the comments below. I will have everything linked in the video description for you guys. Thank you so much for watching, guys. As I said, everything is linked down in the video description below, and be sure to leave comments if you have any questions. This is the DIDYMOS DIDYKLICK, a half buckle wrap conversion, and it is beautiful. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.